Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. But back to what I was saying. I was saying that I wanted to talk to you about a experience I had it's been probably now about a year ago. So I'm 54. At the time, I was 53 that this happened. And as I told you in my previous videos, some of you may have not seen the other ones, but some of you may have. But anyway, I told in the previous videos, that was, I think, on my introduction, that I hadn't got out to the... out into social media a lot with my dolls. I'd kept it mostly local. Making babies, doing the customs for people around in my own area. And then I would do a few once in a while to just put up for sale, help the income just a little bit. I don't make too much, but it does help. Every little bit helps. And so I thought I would, put one up for sale. Well, I made this baby on my own. And I put it on my... on one of my pages that I have. It's like a yard sale type page, but you can put anything on there, and I put it on there up for sale. Well, it was a Friday night, a Friday or a Saturday. Now I can't remember. I knew it was a weekend. It was a weekend night, and I put the baby up for sale. Well, I had a lot of nice comments about her, and then there was these kids that came on there. Yeah, I don't know how they were. I'm assuming they were like young men. They were probably, I don't know, maybe in their later teens, like 17, 18 maybe. And they started bashing me about my Reborn dolls. That's what I want to talk about. Guys, the Reborns are kind of controversial in some circles. And some people just, they don't like them. Why? Don't ask me. Anyway, getting back to the story. But they started bashing me on there, saying my baby was ugly. It looked like a scarecrow. And it didn't. Guys, it was a beautiful doll. And all this stuff, well... I came on there and I just talked to them because I knew they were younger people, and I'm an older woman. I know better than that. I know better than to treat people and talk to people like that. And I knew better. And so, anyway, the conversation kept going, and I just asked them, I says, you know what, guys, why do you want to get on here and talk to somebody that way, bash somebody, make somebody feel bad about themselves? Something that, they have worked a lot of hours to create and put their love into it, and then you get on here and you make them feel terrible and all this stuff. Well, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I mean, they were saying awful things to me, guys. I mean, just really terrible, horrible, nasty, vulgar-mouthed things to me. And I won't say the vulgar stuff they said, the names they called me. And all that stuff for no reason. I hadn't bothered anybody, just trying to sell a baby doll. And, the ugly names they called me and things like that. They told me that, I won't repeat the names, but, that they call me, but they told me that I was nothing but a big, fat, ugly, big, fat, ugly name. And that they call me a big fat whale. You're a big fat whale. You need to be run over by a bus. This stuff, all this junk. And I knew better. I knew it was just kids that were trying to find something to do on a Friday night. But I shouldn't have took it personally, but I did. And that was one time, guys, that I almost quit the Reborns because I had several other bad comments different times, and I was just tired of dealing with it and people talking mean to me about it, and something that I love to do, I'm very passionate about, and I'm not bothering anybody, and just to be done that way. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you something on this. Now, like I say, I'm an older lady. I'm not a young person. I was 53 at the time. And, guys, I have to tell you, when they done this to me, this honestly hurt me so bad. it honestly crushed me. It shook me to my very, very core, because I was raised up in a day and age to where, you would have little remarks here and there about, bullying or whatever, but nothing to this extreme, telling me, you need to, you need to be, you're a big fat whale, you need to be hit by a bus, all this junk. And it just, honestly, guys, it shook me to my very core. And I even thought about just quitting it, it depressed me. It really did. It threw me into a depression, and it hurt me so bad. It just shook me. And I mean, I dealt with this stuff before, like little negative comments or stuff like that. Nothing to this extreme. I mean, nothing like this. And these boys, well, young men, they really upset me. They hurt me. I don't know why this got to me, but it really did, guys. But, after a while, I thought about quitting. And then after a while, of course, I'm an adult. So I put my big girl panties on, guys. And I decided, this was just, I understood. This was just some young people trying to fill up a Saturday or Friday night, whichever it was. I can't remember right now. But, trying to have some entertainment or whatever at my expense. And so, I'm not going to let them destroy something that I love doing, and that I'm very passionate about. I don't make a lot of money on these babies, but people say, well, why do you do it? It takes so long. And I said, because I just love making people happy. I mean, I've seen the expressions on some of these people's faces when I hand them their baby that I've created for them, that I made for them, and they're just so happy, and they're so, I love making people happy that loves these babies. I just love making them happy. And it's my way of, I figure, God gave me this talent to do this, and it's my way of giving back, giving part of me, my talent, to somebody else and making them happy. But this just shook me. And so I got over it, but I got to thinking, this put me on a little thinking, mind searching thing, I should say. And I thought about the young people that goes through all this bullying at school and, online and all this stuff, these young people. Now, mind you, I'm 53-year-old, and that shook me to my core. I mean, it just crushed me. I can imagine what it does to a young person, that's in school. They have to go every day and be faced with this stuff. That was just one time for me, and I didn't have to deal with it. I just blocked them. But, these kids, as you young people, they have to, y'all have to go to school and deal with this every day. This garbage every day. I don't mean to depress people with this video. I'm not trying to do that. I'm usually an upbeat person, I try to be nice and kind to everybody I meet, no matter, nothing about them, whatever, I try to be nice and kind to everybody. And I'm not trying to depress anybody, but I just thought about these young people that set me on a thinking path, that what about the young people that are in high school and even younger that go through this on a daily basis? They have to endure this every day. And mind you, this stuff like this didn't go on when I was growing up. I mean, you had some, like I said, stuff that went on, but nothing to this extreme, And I don't mean to depress anybody, but I just wanted people I wanted to talk about this, to make people aware. It was on my heart to talk about this and to share my story with everybody out there. Now, guys, I apologize. This may be a little bit longer video, but I feel the need. I need to share this with everybody. So I want you guys out there to know, if you're a young person and, you have to go to school and face this every day, I want you guys to know that I understand. I think that's a lot. Now, by no means am I a counselor. I'm not claiming to be one. I'm not no kind of a counselor, a psychologist, nothing like that. I have no PhDs, nothing like that. I just tell my stories from my own experiences that's happened to me. And I want people to understand that. But I just wanted to say to you that you know, the problem I think with a lot of us parents or whatever is that we just don't, a lot of us, now some do, I'm going to say all, but some, we just don't understand. But I have to tell you, because I went through it, I experienced it, I understand how that makes you feel. Now, my own recent area, we live in a small little town, and nothing usually ever happens around here. You know, because it's just a small little backwoods area. Very small population, and we hardly ever get anything, but, you know, bad that goes on here or whatever. But we happen to have, pretty close to us, 2 young people in the schools. Not the same school. One was in one school and one was in another. There's 2 here that's pretty close to us that committed suicide over this stuff. And, oh my goodness, just such a waste. Such a waste, guys. These people were great people, wonderful people, so much potential in their life. And I feel so bad about that. And, you know, it's just terrible. It's just terrible, the things that go on now. Anyway, I just want to tell you guys that, you know, I understand if you're a young person. I understand, and I even went on to Facebook and made a video. I mean, not a video, but put a long written out post that I encouraged everybody to read. Please read to the end about this experience I had. And to make people aware that, you know, the adults too that are watching, not just the young people, if the young people are watching, or just the adults, but to make it, you know, let the parents of these young ones that's going through all this, to listen. Please listen to your child. Now, as I said, I'm no counselor, and I'm no, you know, nothing like that. I learned from my own experiences. You know, I had 5 kids and children, and that don't make me an expert. Believe me, I've made my share of mistakes along the way too. Oh my gosh, how many? I don't even know. But I'm just saying, this just brought awareness to my mind that, please, guys, please, people, adult people that are watching, please watch your children. Listen to them. You know, help them in any way you can, because we live in such a violent society now. I mean, people are just absolutely cruel. Kids especially. They're just cruel. And, but to, you know, have that happen to me, it made me aware of what these, just all at once, you know, it just clicked in my mind about what these young people, these babies, has to endure on a daily basis. Please, guys, if you're a young person watching, if something like this is going on with you, I don't care who you are, I don't care where you live, please go talk to somebody. Tell somebody, tell your parents, tell your counselors at school, tell anybody you can think of. You know, tell people and get their help if you need it. Please, please don't harm yourselves. You have so much potential. You know, I told all of my kids growing up, this is something I said to them repeatedly over and over and over again as they were growing up. And as I say, I'm no expert. I'm no counselor. I'm no expert. I'm not a mommy expert. I don't claim to be. I'm just telling you how I feel. And the things that I endured raising my 5 children was, you know, I tell them on a daily basis, you can be anything you want to be. Anything you put your mind to do, you can do it. I don't care what it is. You know, if you want to be president, you can do that. You guys, you young people, you have so much potential in this world. And don't let these, I don't want to say any name, but ignorant people bring you down and get you down to that low. Go talk to somebody. Tell anybody you can think of. Tell them. You know, tell them what's going on. It don't matter. They can call you a snitch, whatever. You go talk to somebody. You tell people what's going on. You don't let this go. This is not acceptable. It's just not. It's not acceptable. And so that's my little speech. I wanted to make you guys aware of that. We have so much controversy in these reborn dolls, you know, because a lot of people say, well, you know, you're silly, you're stupid, you're whatever, playing with dolls. You're a grown woman. You know, I made a video And I put it over on my Facebook page. And that's when I decided to come to YouTube, because I was getting a few smart remarks here. Oh, that's creepy and all this stuff. And I made a video on there, and I just told people, you know, okay, guys, I'm just going to lay it out for you. This is what I said to them. I'm just going to lay it out for you. Yes, I am a grown woman. Yes, I'm 54 years old. Yes, I play with dolls. And no, I'm not crazy. You know, and that's how I put it to them, you know. So that's how I feel about it, and I can't stand it when people throw off on other people about these babies. I know I have one lady. I hope she don't mind me mentioning this on here. I'm sure she won't, and I'm not going to mention her name, of course. But I have one lady and her husband that these babies, I've made several babies, custom babies for her and her husband. And these babies, to them, they are their children. To them. This is their children. And to them, they're their real babies. And there's nothing wrong with these people. I mean, you know, they're just people. Ordinary people, like everyday people, just like you and me. But this is their babies. This is, you know, this is something that they're older. They look forward to these babies. It gives them a reason to get up every morning. You know, everybody has to have a reason to get up. And that gives them a reason to get up in the morning. Is to tend to their little babies. You know, all that, change them and all that stuff. And it gives them a reason. Well, when somebody says something to them about that, oh man, it just it makes me so mad. Excuse me, guys. But it just makes me so mad when somebody says something to them about these babies that, you know, they had one person come up to them in Walmart up there where we live up there, a person, not a Walmart associate, but just a person in Walmart, came up to them and threw it off on them a little bit because, you know, they had the doll with them and one of the babies, and they said, you know, to them about their 3-year-old would really love that. And they said, yeah, something, you know, they just commented back to him, you know, like, well, yeah, she probably would. And he goes, I didn't know y'all people were 3-year-old, you know. And it just flew all over me. And I told her, I said, did you go tell the you know, tell the manager of this person what, you know, about this person, which I don't know that would have done any good, but it just flew all over me. And I told her, I says, did you tell him off to, you know, sir, you do you and I'll do me and we will get along. And I want to use a country term. I told you I'm real country. We will just get along really hunky-dory. That's my little country term. We will be just hunky-dory, you know. You do you and I'll do me. So, but she didn't, of course. She's a real loving, kind person that don't want to say anything mean or anything like that to anybody. She don't like confrontation. But I just can't stand it when people does that stuff to people. I mean, it's just so uncalled for. And, you know, I'm not hurting anybody. She's not hurting anybody. And people don't understand that to a lot of people, these are their babies. This, you know, a doll like this would be their, actual to them, would be their baby. Well, you know, how would anybody like it if somebody come up and said to them about their real baby, oh, that's creepy. I mean, I know these are dolls, but to the other people, they're not. They're their babies. Just like your real baby is you know, people's real babies is babies to them. You know, they're their babies. But to the people that have these babies here, the baby dolls, this is their babies. This is their children. You know, it wouldn't be very nice for me to walk up to somebody with an actual real human baby and say, ooh, your baby's creepy. You know, now, how nice is that? Well, that's what you're doing. You know, that's what people are doing to these people that collect these babies. Some people, not all, but some. You know, that's not very nice. And I just can't stand stuff like that. Anyway, guys, I don't want to get off on another subject and get off on another rant. This video's getting long and it'll take forever to load and all of that. But I just wanted to tell you guys that I understand if you're going through or have went through some of this stuff, I understand how you feel, because I know that really hurt me deeply. And I just wanted to tell you, you know, if you're a young person watching this, please, please, please go talk to somebody. Tell somebody what's going on, you know. Put a stop to that garbage. And that's all it is, guys. It's just garbage. you know, some people like to make other people feel good about, you know, in order to make themselves feel better about themselves, they got to put somebody else down. That's pitiful, but it's true. And so, you know, if something like this happens to you, you don't stand for it. You go talk to somebody. You tell somebody, anybody, everybody that you could think of, and you make it stop. And I just wanted you guys to let you know that I've been there, even though I was 53. You know, I just can't imagine these kids having to go through this on a daily basis. And these are young people and impressionable people, you know. And I'm a at that time, 53-year-old woman, and only had me once. And it honestly, it devastated me. And so I just want you guys to know that I understand. I want you to you know, go tell people whatever's going on like that with you. You know. And don't stand for it. Don't let it happen. Don't let that stuff happen to you. You know, it's terrible. It's terrible. And I just don't understand it anymore. I really don't, guys. I just don't understand why people want to be mean like this to people, and especially kids. Oh my gosh, younger people, children, they're the world's worst to say things like this and do things like this. And they have no, I don't know. They don't have no remorse on it or anything. But anyway, guys, I've got to get off here. I know this video is going long, and I don't know if I'll get people to even watch it to the very end because it's like going on 22 minutes long. But I just wanted you guys to know that I'm aware of it. I know how you feel. You're not a waste of space. You are a wonderful created being. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. You have a purpose. God don't make mistakes. And I'm not trying to push religion either, guys. Don't get me wrong on that. That's just me. That's how I believe. And but God don't make mistakes. He says you are in the Bible. He says you are beautifully and you are wonderfully made. You do matter in this world, and you have a purpose. So, guys, that's my little chat for today. Not trying to depress anybody, but just wanting to let you guys know that you are special. Each and every one of you are very special individual people. And you can do, I'll tell you like I told my children, you can do anything you put your mind to do. I don't care what it is. You set your mind to that, you can do it. And but you're the only one can do it. You've got to make up your mind that that's what you want, and you got to go for that. And you know, you're great people. That's what I always tell them. And if anything is going on in your life that's bad, this is another saying I have. This is kind of two of my sayings that I said to my own children growing up. You know, you can do whatever you put your mind to, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, you can do it. And another thing is, if you're going through this kind of situation, I tell them all the time, anything still to this day that's going on bad with them, that's happening, I tell them, okay, just keep in your mind, this too shall pass. All these bad things or whatever, you know, that what you're going through right now, it's going to pass. And that's another one of my sayings, is this too shall pass. So guys, just, you know, love each other, be good to each other, respect each other, you know, and I guess that's all for today. Anyway, that's my little speech for today. I hope y'all guys enjoyed this. And as always, guys, I sure appreciate you. Sorry about that. I sure appreciate every one of you that is watching and has subscribed to my channel. Get the word out, guys, if you don't mind. Please share this and ring that little notification bell and never miss one of my episodes. I try to put one on every day. So, all right, guys, I guess that's about it. But just please share and get all your friends to subscribe. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow in another video. As always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.